In a powerful and controversial interview with GB News, Conservative Party leader Kemi Badenoch has reignited the call for a national inquiry into grooming gangs in the UK.
I'm not afraid to look into this. I don't care what people call me, whether they say I'm jumping on a far-right bandwagon or I'm just doing it for politics. This is something that I've been talking about for a while. I said it in my big leadership speech. This was something I wanted to look at. But if you look at it, there's a systematic pattern of behavior, not even just from one country, but from sub-communities within those countries, people with a particular background, particular class background, work background.
What background is that?
You know, people very, very poor, sort of peasant background, very, very rural. This is about those victims who deserve justice, the survivors who deserve justice.
Unafraid of criticism, Badenoch is taking a firm stance on tackling the systemic failures that allowed the abuse of thousands of young girls to continue unchecked. Badenoch passionately argued that a public inquiry is essential to expose the failures of the police, social services, and political institutions in protecting vulnerable young girls. She highlighted concerns from families who believe that grooming and exploitation are still happening today. According to Badenoch, certain cultural and socioeconomic factors have contributed to this issue, particularly among individuals from isolated, impoverished backgrounds in specific communities. She pointed to certain professions, like taxi driving, that may have facilitated predatory behavior. Addressing critics who accuse her of aligning with far-right rhetoric, Badenoch stated unequivocally that she doesn't care about such labels. Her commitment to this issue stems from personal concern as a mother of 2 daughters and as a woman who understands the fear of such dangers. Badenoch has a history of speaking out against injustices, from supporting postmasters to advocating for the safety of women in prisons. Labour MP Sarah Champion, known for her advocacy on child protection, has also called for a national inquiry into grooming gangs. She emphasised that child sexual abuse in the UK is widespread and must be treated as a national priority. Champion proposed a model similar to the Telford inquiry, where local investigations feed findings back to the Home Office for a coordinated response. Despite this, Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer has resisted calls for a new inquiry, choosing instead to focus on implementing recommendations from the Independent Inquiry into Child Sexual Abuse, IICSA. Meanwhile, pressure mounts on the government, with public figures and politicians from both parties calling for more decisive action. Public distrust in authorities remains high, particularly concerning their handling of child sexual exploitation. Champion has highlighted the need for a national audit and a clear framework for initiating inquiries when local authorities fail. Victims and survivors continue to push for transparency and accountability, arguing that only a national inquiry can fully address systemic failures. Prominent voices, including tech billionaire Elon Musk, have criticized the government's slow response, increasing public pressure to act. Kemi Badenoch's bold statements have reignited a national debate on how the UK should confront grooming gangs and protect vulnerable children. The demand for a comprehensive national inquiry is growing louder. Will the government take decisive action, or will political hesitation continue to overshadow the fight for justice? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.